So that event just finished, and I'm heading home. Yeah, a few facts about the event. Maybe it was like, and I already at fifth probably event. Yeah, so it's like nothing new for me. Just new venue and a new type of event. What's new? It's like alcohol free, completely alcohol free. Only juice, Coke, and that's basically and water, and that's of course coffee, and then all kind of snacks, and also you can get food because it's like all day event. Yeah, but overall it was really nice this time. No drunk people around, much better, I would say. And yeah, about the alcohol, it's like it's very strange year for me. I decided to quit drinking beer this year, and so far it's like almost middle of the year. I didn't drink any beer. Yeah, and I feel great about it. At least I saved a little bit of money, and basically nothing else has changed for me. We in Lithuania are drinking way too much, so maybe this will be like my small addition to my country's statistics. A little bit less alcohol bought. That's life. We have to change something sometimes. I was speaking about the changes and the motivation to do them when I was driving to this event, and now I'm going back. So I should share maybe my background. I'm just a web developer. Since 2007, I'm working as a web developer. All kind of projects, all kind of companies, all kind of situations, all kind of positions, and also since the same time, basically, or even a little bit earlier, I'm doing all kind of side hustles related to web development. So I know this field pretty well. I think someday I will try to share something interesting, but for me, it's like one problem when you are for such a long position and this situation. It's hard to pick interesting topics because I don't know what would be interesting now. Most trending ones, or maybe something a little bit older, or maybe I should go and explain how to start career in web development. Yeah, so it's like a lot of roads here. Despite the fact that I am pretty experienced in this field, I have like also some kind of issues. For example, finding opportunities outside of our country is like pretty hard. But to get the idea where's the problem, I guess the problem is in competition. If you are applying to some local position, for example, you'll be like maybe 20 or maybe maximum 50 people to one role. And if you are applying for some remote, well paid, and maybe US based stuff, it's like you will be competing with some thousand plus applications to the same position. So this is why it's like pretty damn hard to get such a position and such opportunity to work in many countries, and including our Lithuania. It's like a common practice that companies from other regions, from other countries are coming into our country and then making some businesses here, like opening a branch, for example, here, and then hiring local people locally. So people won't be working remotely, but will be working in the office here. But the office and everything what's related to the office is like owned by a company from US. I've been in that situation and worked for such company like for almost 5 years, I guess, and it was pretty good position. But at that time, I decided to do a little bit different stuff and move to another city. And yeah, it was like a pretty good decision because I landed on one startup, and in that startup, I spent some time, about 9 months, I guess. And that startup was planning to raise the capital and to move a little bit quicker, expand a little bit more, but things didn't went so well, and they didn't get any money, so they terminated expansion, and almost closed this project completely. So yeah, and I left that company, and since this time, I'm working in another company, which is like a Lithuanian capital company, but a big one. So that would be like a short introduction of on my latest few career moves, maybe most important ones. Overall, I'm pretty happy with what I have now. I maybe would like to switch stack from Angular and Symfony to something maybe Laravel plus Vue.js. I know both of these stacks, and it's not a big problem for me to work on one or another. But Symfony, for example, feels like a lot more magic for me, and there's like a lot of more stuff which can go good or bad or wrong, and it's like all the project can get really messy, despite it's like very professional. But I don't know. I have mixed feelings for that, and I switched to the latest company where I'm working now. It was like my first position where I need to work with Symfony. So it's like I had to learn it and then to make some changes, to make some improvements in the project. And the project was like really messy from the beginning because it was outsourced. Later on, company decided to do project development in-house. So this is why they hired me and a few other folks later on. And yeah, so it was like a lot of interesting solutions. Yeah, but there's like saying if you have a problem, you have opportunity. So I'm thinking this way too. So, in other words, there was like, and still is a lot of opportunities in that position to improve, to grow. But yeah, we have like pretty intense deadlines because we have like huge needs from our owners of that project. Yeah, but we have what we have, and I was working as a full stack for all that time, and maybe for the last half year, I just switched to the front end stuff because we had like more people which are willing to do a job on a back end, and the front end was like a little bit more busy and less hands we had in our front end side. The project manager decided that I should work only on front end because I had like pretty good knowledge in front end, and maybe I like it a little bit more than back end in some cases. And yeah, so this is why I was like working only on Angular for past few months. But my colleague just got ill, and now I'm still kind of solving small issues in the backend territory as well. So I always was a full stack guy because I understand how servers work, how databases work, and how front end work, and even how to set up CI/CD and so on, so on. I have like a home-based server for I don't know, maybe 20 plus years already. Since I was a student, I had like a very old computer. I was like I didn't want to buy a router at that time because it looked for me expensive. So what I did, I had like old computer and turned that computer into a homemade router and like file server on top and so on, so on. And since that, I'm just running one computer at home, which serves for me like home lab. I have like some Git repositories in that server. I have like a few small project hosted on the same server, which like not maybe not a production ready stuff, but it's like kind of works. And if you have like something to test, to try, and to see how it's going on, pretty standard stuff for home server. And about Vue.js, it's like since 2.0, I was like fan of Vue.js, and yeah, I had to move some projects into Vue.js. It helped to do that, and I was the one who convinced my colleagues to switch from Google Polymer, which was like a huge deal some time ago, because we needed to do something after the updates. of Google Polymer, and yeah, that was like the beginning of journey with Vue.js. And after that, I had like a few pretty large projects based on Vue.js and very different stuff on the backend, starting from the same symphony, also with Laravel, and also with Node.js. I guess from those 10 minutes or so, you can get the idea on my knowledge, at least a little bit, because it's like impossible to tell everything about you in that short time. When I stopped counting, it was like more than 70 websites or web projects which I was working on. Now I don't count anymore because it's like, well, because nobody cares, maybe. Yeah, so nobody cares, and let's do it. So that would be small introduction on about me and my past journey in past career and my situation at the moment. And maybe that's it for this video. I will come back with another topic. See you next time.